3, January. The world's ended. No.
PCM update.
PCM update. PCM update is a weekly catch-up show about what we're working on in Nottingham and further afield. And a 10-minute show. And we have a numerous topics. And I'll stop talking now.
This is at Phil Campbell.
And that is CJ at PCM Creative.
And the first thing, I did a pitch for an organisation.
I love the way you went, did a pitch.
The pitch.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this down a bit.
And I don't often go and do pitches because quite often people know what we do, know what PCM projects do, and we kind of organically grow a project that then is ideal for what they want, and no one else could have provided that particular service because they've built it themselves. But I was invited to present, and it turns out they wanted something very traditional, but I think in their heart of hearts the person who was getting the people to watch the pitches really wanted something quite radical. So I think with the social media pitch that myself and Francine Pickering put together, I think we scared the living daylights out of them.
You nerded them out, didn't you? You nerded them out. Like,
we did. We went through their, sort of what their activity is already. I wanted to show them that, there's a buzz going on.
But what was the takeaway for you? I mean, like, for both of you, did you go, oh, okay, I need to move my pitching to be a bit more...
No, I think what came out of it, we put together a really, really strong programme, but they were looking for a traditional marketing because they were wanting a refresh and a rebrand.
Okay.
Whereas I think what we need is those sort of people who are definitely wanting to be innovative, but I think we're 6 months too early for them.
Was the pitch wrong? As it their pitch to...
Their brief was shocking, really, because I thought we had been quite spot on the brief, and I'm, from my past background, I'm actually quite good at sticking to what's needed from a director, a designer.
And there was more than one person involved. I mean, like,
so there was
Francine was in there as well.
Pickering,
so she,
Creative IO, who
already works doing.
He
stuff
wasn't at the pitch because he was doing work for them somewhere else. So
it's a tough one.
Yeah, really, it was really interesting to get their reaction, but also it was really good to put together a strong pitch. So I'm hoping that we can find some companies that are ready. So if you've had a rebrand and a new website about 6 months ago and you're ready to start looking at really taking your social media to the next level, get in touch.
Yeah, CJ's keen for that clientele.
Yes. And while I was there, you were down in Exeter.
I was. I love going down to Exeter because the Exeter Twitterati, which is about 8 people. I just love that place. The most friendly people.
They look after you.
Yeah, look after me. They're really cool. They had a co-working space, Exeter Jelly On, at a place called The Generator, which has an entrepreneurial program there for students, youth, called Corkscrew, and had a good time. I had my birthday breakfast there. Shout out to Danny, the fit girl in Giraffe. well tidy.
Was that the breakfast?
Oh, she was amazing though. She was the best front of house. I told her she needs to do a web show.
Good service, good customer service, I think.
To everybody who came in though, I mean, she just had that perfect energy for front of house. But yeah, Exeter, great time. We'll be going back there a bit more regularly because once a year is not enough. So it's good to get away and reflect.
Yeah. On Sunday, I'm heading off to Belfast for Audiences Europe.
Nice.
We did get our 2012 to 2014 EU funding.
Oh, cool.
So we've got 10 countries on board, and we're off to Northern Ireland to meet up with all 10 organisation stakeholders and get an idea of what they want to do, what events they want. I'm going to be taking the ammo box and getting a little snippet with all of them to try and make media as we go along, because one of the difficulties we had last time, we did some great events, people went off and did their own things, but then when it came to the reporting process, we were scrabbling around, and although I had the documentation of the social media stuff that I'd been doing, we need something further within those big organisations. So I'm going to start quite early on getting them used to telling me what's going on in context to Audiences Europe so we can go wider to the network.
Great.
I'm looking forward to that.
Great stuff.
Moving around a lot. What's the next thing on our list is mobile tech essentials. So when you went down to Exeter, when you go down to London, if you're going to fly, so I'm considering, do I take the ammo box? I can only take one bag on a flight, otherwise I've got to be buying extra baggage, and I'm a stingy thing.
Cow.
So I'm only taking one bag.
I'm only taking one bag.
And travelling light, What have your
I take
findings been?
Well, I take my little guitar bag, which has all my kind of tech in it, and then the other bag normally has all my clothes in it. But because I couldn't get this GoPro pole into my other bag, I sort of took 2 bags, and it wasn't too heavy. But I have to say, travelling around now with the MacBook Air, that's sliced off a massive chunk of weight, where a laptop was super, super heavy before. But I also took a bit of kit, like a little portable pocket dolly, a micro mic, good quality mic. I've now got the GoPro. They're all the stuff that I'm now using is half the weight what it was last year. So my bags, even though I've got 2 bags, they're a lot lighter.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I have to have a wheelable case. Just bags on my shoulders. They either pull me out, or I just can't carry as much, and my laptop's a bit heavier. So usually a wheelable bag. Small tripod that I've got now, my camera, those microphones are great. Those little Bluetooth ones. Yeah. And then I've just got some soft boxes for some little lights. So I'm going to have. So hopefully I've just got that little kit, and that should be enough. And I have all sorts of little bits of tech cables and rubbish that I've got to sort out. But and then getting clothes, but tend to do just one bag.
No, I'd like to take just one bag. I think because I was a little bit disorganised to go down for a couple of days, but it was enough. I mean,
if I'm going on the Eurostar, I would definitely have 2 bags, but I'm always a bit worried when flying about what I'm allowed to take as hand luggage, and if I can cram it all in that little crate that says if your bag's going here, you're okay. Can that be loads of multiple bags, or is it just supposed to be one bag? Or I don't know.
That's funny. So, I kind of go with the thinking with planes that I take the ammo box and put that through cargo, but I don't put my overly expensive stuff in there tech wise, because they get it open and
I think it's either all or nothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the other thing we did yesterday, we were at the Galleries of Justice for the charity, the Help a Nottingham Child.
Yes.
The TEDx Lace Market money, which £1,097.26.
Pretty awesome.
From the ticket money. So by the time Eventbrite took their little commission and it went through PayPal.
All of that stuff.
Really, really good. I think they were just so pleased. I don't think they were quite expecting our...
No, so well done for everybody who turned up to our event, and all your money, every single penny that you paid for that ticket in some way went to
I made sure of that.
So, absolutely to the penny.
It's very tempting to go round it down. Oh, I could do with £100 to pay off certain little bits. Yeah. But no, every penny, awesome. And I think it's important that... every penny.
And we did a photo shoot, went into Nottingham Post. I don't know if that went in today or tomorrow.
We'll have a look for that, and we'll send that round. But December was a bit of a write-off for us, so we will be back in touch with anyone who was in the audience and sort of keeping you up to date with what's going to happen next.
Waiting for the audio to be mastered, but the clips are up, and we might release them. I've already done the draft blog post in Exeter for each speaker, so we're going to roll them out one by one. We're going to launch the app, even though the app's in the App Store. We're going to sort of launch the fact that it's there. And have some sort of legacy closure to that, and follow up with the Gallows of Justice in the next few months.
Charity,
so there'll be maybe a TEDx from that. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, to finish up, we have 5 shows each week.
Yes.
So we just want to give you a little bit of a overview of what are the shows you can see that we've made this week. So we've done the app show.
Yes.
So what was your best app that came out from that this week?
No clue. You'd have to watch it.
You have to watch it. There you go. We've done crowd working, which was all about sidewalk sheds, attachable furniture. We've done Twitterati.
Yeah, which is talking about being hacked this week.
And our web native was all about the current state of the high street.
Yeah, with retail, HMV.
Yeah. So have a look at those.
Feedback would be good.
We've got a new channel.
Yes.
Which is on Google Plus.
Yes, and that's where you can get all the separate shows in individual
which
groups.
I really like, the whole Google suite. I know people are a bit anti-Google sometimes, but it's now got communities, we've got groups, we've got discussion, we can do hangouts on there.
That's going to be coming soon.
The events feature on there connects with Google calendars as well, so you can kind of put reminders in people's calendars if they accept to your programme. So I really like that.
Yeah.
So do check those out. Final shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
At FM Pickering, thank you, Francine, for all your help with the pitch. At Creative IO, thank you, Gavin. At Rob J. Glover.
Yeah, for looking after me and just generally being awesome.
At The Oddfellows.
For beer, obviously.
At GOJ_museums, Galleries of Justice.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And finally, at Airbnb.
Yeah, because I've met 2 Polish people and they broke their room out, which was awesome.
We love Airbnb.
That's it this week. We're going to go to the Contemporary now and rescue our TED letters. We'll speak to you soon next week. Do subscribe to the Google channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Goodbye.